Welcome to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take this opportunity to thank those who have responded very positively to our 50 shillings challenge to help us acquire a camera for better contents. I have tried to reach out to them personally, just thanking those who sent something. The only challenge that I have is that some have sent via Sendwave. Those who don't live in Kenya, they send via Sendwave, and I've tried to look for their numbers and I cannot get. So if I have not either communicated via WhatsApp, SMS or calling, it is because I cannot retrieve your number. So wherever you are, just kindly note that I'm very, very grateful to your continued support. The challenge still continues. Any little that you have will go a long way in helping us acquire a camera. And may God bless you. Continue supporting us. I want us to go straight to a story that is grabbing headlines. It is in the Nation, it is in the Standard, it is in the Star, and it is reported that a group of Israeli hackers hit Ruto's strategies and some of the IEBC officials just prior to August elections. And this story explains how a group of Israeli experts came to Kenya and tried to interfere with the elections, targeting those who are allied to President William Samoei Ruto. And it has really excited the Kenya Kwanza team. In fact, if you look at social media, the Twitter today, Dennis Itumbi is actually trending because Dennis Itumbi is explaining how they duped the Israeli hackers, that the Israeli hackers came and tried to hack some of their communication platforms, and they were much wiser. So I went on a searching spree just to find out exactly what is happening. Because this story, even though it is grabbing headlines in the Kenyan media, it was reported in the UK platform, The Guardian. And this is what we need to know. There is a company called the Demoman International Company. And the owner of this company is called Tal Hanan. Tal Hanan is a 50-year-old former Israeli Special Forces operative, but now he is acting privately. He owns that company, Demoman International, and he is using a fictitious name, George. That is the name that is using, and in fact, that team calls itself George's team. Now, this team claimed to have interfered in more than 33 elections in the world, and in those, they have succeeded in 24, spread across the world. And they are saying that they can source information from rivals using hacking and sabotage, and then spread a lot of disinformation just to ensure that they manipulate the opinions of people. Now, their services are available to intelligence services, intelligence agencies, private firms, and campaign teams. So their main role is not hacking the servers, because when some read this story, they think that some people came like the team of Jose Camargo. The Mr. Hanan team does not target servers to interfere with the election. What they do is that they come and spread misinformation. It is also reported that they control thousands of fake social media profiles. Things like YouTube, Facebook, Gmail, Telegram, Twitter. They control thousands of them. So what they do, they can decide, for example, to hack Itumbi's account, and then they start spreading information like Itumbi has decided to ditch William Ruto. Or they start using his Twitter account saying that I believe Raila Amolo Odinga is the next president, Raila is Baba, Raila is Enigma. Or they will hack maybe Raila's account and say that I have withdrawn my statements that William Ruto never won. I now recognize him as the president. Such kind of things, that is what they do. And it is also reported that they are graduates who are they are graduates, and they've got expertise in finance, social media, and campaigns. So this is basically a group that is formed to spread misinformation and to demonize rivals. I want us to understand that it is not in any way connected to hacking servers where they can manipulate numbers. Theirs is basically information, disinformation. No wonder Guardian says that the hacking and disinformation team meddling in elections, theirs is their role is only important during the campaigns. That is where their role starts and ends, because during the campaigns there are a lot of information and their expertise in that. Now, having known exactly what this team does, because we have known that the company is called Demoman International and the mastermind behind all this is called Tal Hanan, and they're using that fictitious name Georges. I think that now settles it. So I want us to go to a few questions for Kenyans, because the nation is reporting that they tried hacking the accounts of a personal assistant of one of the IEBC officials. And I'm one person who will always give a story a benefit of doubt, especially if I'm not privy to any of the classified facts. So let us assume that they tried hacking either the Telegram or the Gmail or of one of the officials, and they tried hacking Itumbi. Because from what I have read is that they are claiming, in fact, all the Kenya Kwanza bloggers are now pointing a finger to Raila Odinga, because William Ruto's arch rival was Raila Amolo Odinga. So they are saying that Raila Amolo Odinga might have connived with these Israeli hackers to try and hack the accounts of Dennis Itumbi. But let us go back and look at just two things. Number one, and I want us to be honest here, between the Kenya Kwanza team and the Azimio team, which team was full of propaganda during the last elections? And I will give you example. If I forget, then kindly remind, because I have always wanted to manifest neutrality in this platform so that we don't take sides. I will remind you of two things. One, there was a time when William Ruto went to campaign in Jacaranda, and there was an altercation that broke there. Dennis Itumbi went and took a certain picture of worshippers. I don't know which church was that, where the gathering was full of people, and he posted that now the Hustler Nation has spoken and they love Ruto, and this is why, maybe because he was trying to say that was why Babu Owino had sent goons to beat the supporters. Then people looked at that picture and they started scrutiny, and they realized that if you look at Jacaranda, because Jacaranda grounds is in the eastern the eastern side of Nairobi, they realized that there are a lot of tall buildings within Eastlands, and they realized that Itumbi was lying, and they started bombarding Itumbi with facts, and Itumbi withdrew that picture. Later, when the Kenya Kwanza team were in the USA, and I think that is the day, or during that time, is the time when William Ruto went to sign a deal with the West, with the USA, because from there he also went to the United Kingdom. I believe that is when he signed an agreement that catapulted him into presidency. They claimed that William Ruto had gone to State House. On further scrutiny, there wasn't anything like that. Not only that, I will still remind you of weaponizing emotions. I remember one day Gachagua was saying, the deputy president, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, was saying that William Ruto, that Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to kill his family. The same was reiterated by the current president, William Samoei Ruto, who was saying that the president was hell-bent to, killing the family or finishing the family, and this really weaponized the emotions of the Kenya Kwanza team. And during that moment, we were just a few weeks to elections. Dennis Itumbi is a master of rumor and weaponizing emotions. I only remember the only time when the Azimio team tried to spread something, it was true. It was something that William Ruto had said that he almost slapped the president. I know they blew it out of proportion, saying just how angered, how very fast William Ruto can be angered. So these are the things that happened. The other thing that I want to talk about is this. It is now very clear that our IEBC body is very fake, because it has been proved that their system can be hacked. Raila recently said that he did what it is called ethical hacking, where you hack after elections to find the truth. Whether that is culpable is something that I don't know. I don't know. The lawyers will tell you that the law is very clear. We are waiting for the right channel to know whether Raila did the right thing. And in the elections, even in the Supreme Court, the Jose Camargo issue came up, and it has not ended because there are footprints of Jose Camargo in the server. Or it has been alleged that the Kenya Kwanza team might have hacked the server before elections. Then Raila hacked it after the elections. The bottom line is this system can be hacked. Number two, we are tired of rumors, accusations, and counter accusations. Raila hacked, Ruto hacked. So who is telling the truth? The only thing that can vindicate William Ruto and Raila Odinga is to open that server. We are tired of the Israeli team and the Venezuela team and who did this and who did that. The story is coming at a time when Raila is piling pressure to ensure that server is opened. We don't want to defend anybody here. Let us open this server. And if Raila has been making noise for nothing, let him retire peacefully and go home if William Ruto won. And if William Ruto did not win, let him go home and wait for 2027. We are tired of this kind of allegations and insinuations, because now it is now being spread that Raila brought some people to hack. Raila on the other side is saying that Ruto brought some people to hack. As Kenyans, we are just tired. I don't know whether I'm the only person who is tired of hearing who won. I don't know whether I'm the only person who is yearning to know the truth. Because we can't keep on blaming each other in something that we can easily know if we open and scrutinize that server. Why can't we just do the easiest thing? Call the IT experts from the Kenya Kwanza team, IT experts from the Azimio team, the international IT, or even though when you talk of international, I imagine it is the US and Britain giving us their IT side. That will be a bogus one. I don't know. But we need to open that server in front of all Kenyans to put this matter to rest so that Kenyans can get back to work. We are already grappling with very many challenges: drought, insecurity, unemployment. I mean, it is just too much for us. Don't you think it is time we put this matter to rest? It is my take, ladies and gentlemen.